Hi, welcome. This is the real me. Apparently, the earlier one was not me. But in any case, welcome, everybody. Welcome. Join in and let's have a wonderful conversation, man. Today's topic is love and attraction. Let us know what is the difference. Which one do you often experience first? Right? Have you experienced love at first sight, or is it attraction at first sight? Which one it is? Which one it is? Okay, so let us know. And senda invite lapho o palame panele re utlwe ka wena gore wa reng. Don't forget to tap the screen. Let's get the likes up and share. Mona la bona mona ba re ke share button. Shapa share button re be monate mo, and so that more people can come across the live and we have wonderful conversations. There's always so much to learn from you guys. And I really appreciate those who are here regularly, sharing knowledge, sharing their experiences, and it is all good. Attraction makes sense, but you will hear them. Good morning, Mana Pumpkin. Leputi. Thank you kindly for the heart. Thank you so much. Abudima Shati in the house. We see you, sir. Welcome. And yeah, man, let us know. What is it that do you see any difference between love and attraction? Have you experienced attraction and you thought it was love? It was just mahlonaming, or it was love. You missed out on love because one you thought it was just attraction. Which one it is? Attraction comes before love. You can't love a stranger. You are attracted to them. Okay,
Well,
Abuti chuckling out. So, bana ba love at first sight, the one?
exactly. So Jillian, I'm like,
Re bereka bjang ka bona?
as a Bradley Nyoran Carola, Tanya, and Bolam, like, Kamara, no one meeting, you know?
But if he has not experienced it, maybe he has not experienced it. So he can't speak to something that he hasn't experienced. He says love at first sight doesn't exist. So chuckling or I don't know mona or when
Or, oh, look at
when so fast when you have not experienced that. Okay, le pumpkin lenar it doesn't, but humamudimo.
what's some bumper
Kanti
because, like,
I thought lotlhe bathong, le bana ba lerato, le betsa bo di love at first sight. Kgante. It's not love, it's lust.
who hurt you guys, can?
Hey, between them. I'm shook when I hear it. I'm so shook. Njani, guys. Why
Wow.
wouldn't they be love at first sight, guys? Oh.
Very magan, like, my leader, you know what, nah?
Hmm.
Okay. What, what, Barak Mankan? Lenyora is, saying that actually. I can just kind of relate to it now, actually, because now I really just thought about it now. Hore. The topic there should have been the difference between love and infatuation, actually, because sometimes with the looks fell and then now we very often isn't like try to convince ourselves or no as in like this is the one then like later you you kind of realize that or no actually you were just horny sham, you know. So sometimes like last the fella because I believe horror sharp like okay there will be that love spark ne sharp ne. But now, so for it to actually grow into like a much more like what's that fonder love actually as in like via the actions le working the connection, how you guys as in like working like vibe beyond the last, you know. So I think sometimes, yeah, it is as in like the first side this so like which is the spark, you know. I got to tell about to but no, as in like there's a spark between us. So that could be the love spark, ne? Ne, so now, but then now to be the fire of love, like what there must be the charcoal mo teng, that's why le petrol tlemile le itsenye lotlhe le reke le tle go itsenya mo molong wa bona. So I'm just like re go reka dikgong ba re keng kana re etse mollo gore o bereke. So okay, love and infatuation, love is what you build, ne? From the spark actually. Then the infatuation get thinking gore like that spark is love. I think right, ne? You can fix my words. I get it as in like, hey man, but I can as in like you know me with words. So I don't you can help me fix them there.
I don't know you with words, my friend.
Man, I tell them two sets man. Man. Two
All you
sets
said, you said it. It makes sense. To whoever it doesn't make sense, us.
Alright, cool, yeah.
All right, so let's see. It's Hepo El Mingato. Our love is received and experienced differently. It will be fair for you to acknowledge every viewpoint. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I wish you could expand a bit more on that. He wants to use you. One more number flats. Hello, sis Nano, we see you. Abuti Mahlatsa, so vele people love what they are not attracted to. Yeah, I'm so tempted to say yes. I'm so tempted to say yes. I'm so tempted. So tempted. So tempted to say yes. And I wanna say yes.
No, leave the temptation alone, please. Temptation, it
I wanna
will
Let's say something there quickly, guys, ne? No, cover, ne? Sharp, ne? Sometimes, ne? We may think that the okay, the type that they are the ones. Then you find that the universe, ne? Because when man give you that person, you never expected to be like you were not working like you were not really attracted actually to them. So that can also be true here and there. You know, sometimes you may think that you are what's that going left. No, can you know? You are supposed to go right. Yeah, so sometimes you may marry like subs, but then like substance go botsa gore ene o batla go nna under your skin and then ba re ke kana like you le di skin tsa go enje wena wa gana, but then it happens that no, actually they are the ones. Then eventually then eventually you open the skin, you know. But hey,
Hey. So, and since we are talking about the differences, maybe we need to get, and the conversation I think is gonna get us there anyway. These views that we are bringing about, or what is love then? What is attraction? Is attraction purely physical, or you could be attracted to other things? You know, what are we talking about here? Because I think on a superficial level, attraction, we're always thinking of physical things, right? So maybe we'll get to that point as we are continuing with this conversation. But I'm still sticking to the temptation of saying yes, my chat, because Subs, come through. Sabel.
Waiting. After I said leave the temptation alone, as I said, I'm like, I'm going to disappoint Motwaka Matlatsi and I'm going to say yes.
Please. Let him, because he was saying if the answer is yes, there's a problem. He must tell us what is the problem.
I saw that, and let me tell you, yes. I'm gonna say yes because it has happened with me, ne? And I did not realize up until I remember I was having this conversation Lema Kupi Koketo. And the conversation started when I asked her because I was with someone and Sammy 2 years down the line. 2 years down the line, I'm like, you know, Khonali, sometimes
Best in this podcast.
So, continue.
why after
I'm just
I
preparing the disclaimer.
Sorry about that.
That was just not me. I was preparing the disclaimer. Leroy said I didn't put it, so that's just continue.
Mamela.
Yes.
My biggest concern is why is it being ready after I speak?
Because Leroy just reminded me. Check the comments. He just reminded me.
This is starting to get personal.
It's beef, Tyler. It's beef, daddy.
This is starting to get personal. So
Yes, continue.
yeah, because when I was with the person, somehow, you know, I would get bored. You know, I could spend time later, you know, with me wanting to live under my person's skin. So sometimes I would chill and then get to a point where I'm like, now I wanna go home, bruh. I'm enough, you know. And that is not me even doing sleepovers. That would be me just visiting for a day, you know, a day visit. Mutwaka, please listen. So and then the one time I remember, I can't even remember where we were, Lima Kupi. And I said to her, actually I sent her a text and I said, do you think a relationship works when you guys are not compatible? And then Makupi said to me, it can work, mara itlo ba matsapa. It's going to drag, it's going to feel like a lot of work, it's going to feel sort of strenuous because there's no compatibility. And because my biggest thing was with this person, I think if you know me, you know that sarcasm is my second language. So I would be sarcastic, I would have to explain my sarcasm, and by the time he gets it, it's not even, or a joke. By the time he gets it, it's not even funny anymore. You know, and I realized that we are just from two different worlds. And then the conversation went on, and she asked me why, and I explained to her, and blah blah blah. And then somewhere along the conversation, she said to me, "What do you like about him? What is it that when you think about him, it gives you butterflies or goosebumps or whatever that excites you? What is it that attracts you about?" And I realized, you know, I said, and I thought about it, and I was just like, you know, when you love someone, you just love them. But it's not that you like something about them. You just love them. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, no, Linyora, trust me, no, bad. Like it doesn't work. If you have to pack your bags and leave, it's not gonna work out. So yeah, and then I was like, like even now I'm trying to think about it, and I'm just like, nothing, height, no, color, complexion, no, body type, no, the way he speaks, the way he laughs, no, the way he chews, no, like just nothing. So it's possible to just love a person and not that you love something about them, Matlatsi. And that was it. And but you know, I feel like that's why for me it was kind of easy to leave them. You know, I woke up one day and I was like, I'm done. I am done because it feels like an assignment. It feels like a miracle. I constantly need to find something to excite myself about, or we need to do something for me to be excited, and but besides the love, there's actually nothing to hold on to. And to be honest with you, love can never be enough for me to stay with the person, so yeah, that's the part. Going back to the topic, I am so tempted also to explain this in my language. Usejake khola. Ngifuna ukuyichaza ngesizulu sasekhaya because into emnandi kuthiwa isizulu asitolikwa, so don't ask me gore what does in mean ka English because isizulu asitolikwa. So Sizulu Siri, so I get KG, I get that a lot. I get a lot of men coming to me and saying, yo, like I saw you first time and I just fell in love with you. But how I take it is ngiyathandeka. So you know when someone says uyathandeka, it means there's something echazayo ngawe. There's something that they like ngawe, like uyathandeka. And if I have to translate that in English, for me that is a sort of attraction.
Okay.
Yes. And then those that know my structure, sometimes men will come to me and say ngiyathandeka. But yes, and the aura, because let me tell you, I think I get that a lot where people just meet me for the first time and they're like, oh my God, you're so amazing. And even with women, yeah, but so that's why I'm saying just in ngiyathandeka, and that for me is attraction. And then sometimes you get men coming to me and say, yo, and for me, I know when I'm getting it, I can tell you whether it's attraction or it's lust. So babang batlobona the tiny waist and the curves, and then they say, bang tande at first sight. Unghalele, please come down, sit down and drink your water. It's lust. It's nothing special. It is just plain lust. That's what it is. I think love comes when you start spending time with a person and you start learning them and you start I think even spending too much time with the person, it's inevitable not for you to fall in love with them, because spending time with the person, you start learning things about them, you start noticing certain things about them, and you're like, hey, you're actually this person, and and you find if you guys are compatible or not, you find if there's chemistry, connection, and after all of that, then comes love. I think you fall in love with a person. I'm tempted to say afterwards, after all of this, there's, KG, it's connection, chemistry, and then you fall in love with the person. I don't think, I might be wrong, and this is just my 2 cents, this is, and also my personal experience. I honestly don't think that someone can just look at me at first sight and fall in love with me, and be in love with me. But I know that someone can be attracted to me, someone can lust, or someone can be infatuated. Oh, I get that a lot. Like my aura, someone can just look at the person that I am and they just think that they're so in love with me, but they're just so infatuated by the person that I am. And they think, people are thinking I'm perfect, and it's one of the things I think, KG, you will probably also experience that, especially when you don't drink alcohol. People start thinking that you are perfect. Oh my God, you don't drink alcohol, you don't groove. That whole idea, I don't groove, I don't go to the groove, I don't drink. Suddenly people think that I'm perfect. Let me tell you, I can't cook. So and people always come to me and say, when I get ramsadi o sharp, umama sekaya, all right. The fact that I don't groove and I don't drink does not necessarily mean that I'll make a great wife. Like I said, I can't cook, so ginba zongchigis. Anyway, Leroy article that doesn't drink is a red flag. Red flag kwena. So yeah, and a person can think that they are a person can be infatuated by all these things that they learn about me, and that they might confuse that with being in love with me. And yeah, for me but it can never be love at first sight. It can be all these things at first sight, but love, for me, I honestly believe that it comes after.
Okay. Alright, ke na le dipotsonyana tsa mmalwanyana for all of y'all. But Mom Tembo, how you guys holding up? You know, Mom Tembo cares about how you guys holding up. So, you know, answer Mom Tembo la put how you guys holding up. How are you holding up when Mom Tembo? Let us know. Okay. Okay. Kopa fa buti mpho Christ mo a re tlele ka sejeso nyana o re utlwe gore a reng ka sejeso. Abuti.
Le kae?
A tsene ka sefela ke re.
Right, wena.
So ba re ke tsene ka sefere ba tshwanetse re nkemise ka chorus.
Moruti wa mela ka sefela.
Yeah, the difference between love and attraction, there's a, how I see it, there's a bit of a gray area because you could be attracted to somebody and that will be lust or samrat, and you could be attracted to somebody and that could be love, right? And the problem comes when we misconstrue the two, you know. And understand, listen, I get what Sabs was saying about Hore. Yes, you can just love a person for just loving a person, you know. In a simpler term, I'd say Hore, you can love a person, yeah, by the way, but being in love with a person is a whole different story. You know, you can love a person, not be in love with them, and that's okay. But in terms of the two working out together, I don't think it is possible for someone to be in love with someone you're not attracted to. You know, as much and I think those who know me, I'm a bit superficial, so me, I go for looks. Chippy or next. That's my standard. Chippy or next. You know what I mean? I think about my kids. I think about Hekitsana Kohai, but you know.
Yeah.
So love is different when it comes to all of us. We all define love differently. We all define love based on how what we call love works for us. You know, some people could be so in love that they pass over the red flags, you know, and you look over all of those things and you know, okay, something called shamans, you know, but because you love the person, you just look over that and you're like, you know what, it's a flaw. Let's see if we can work on that. So my take is simply this. One, you can't, I believe you can't love what you're not attracted to, right? Because at the end of the day, this topic, it's and number two is that you need to learn how to differentiate between the attraction of lust and the attraction of love. Sometimes in the words of Sabs, last, you know, please mind the noise in the background. My gardener is busy.
Okay.
So sometimes it's literally just lust. And lastly, love at first sight does exist. It's possible that you meet somebody without even knowing nothing about them and you just fall like one wagatlhogo, you know what I mean? Like literally just dive head in, you know, and your entire being and everything, and you just want to outlove this person and just love loudly and just want nothing but the best for them, and you want nothing but the greatest from them. Leroy, the cheaper the dom fanaka. Just cause when basically cheap it's a dom doesn't mean hore. You know what I mean? So please, Sabziki cheap, Mara, she's not dumb. So you need to understand.
Sabza se cheapy ke OC Omontle.
Ke cheap. You know what a
Ke dom
cheap
ya
is?
ke fela
Don't
tse
act like ka ra o tswe ka swena.
tsala tsala
Don't come here and be special. Subs sister,
tsala ntse pele gore ka reng teng
aska Leroy aska tamar confuser. Thank you.
tsala
Subs is Leroy is confusing cheapy the slay queen. Thank you.
All right, I feel it, gents. I feel. I'm like,
No,
no,
subs, you're not, and with
cheapy
subs,
as
you're
an
not catching strays. I can compliment you. You're supposed to say thank you, Garro cheap. But all I'm saying is simply this:
but
you need to find what works for you. If you're if the physicality of things is gonna work for you, then let the physicality. Sometimes it happens, Brakeji. You might be physically attracted to somebody, ne, or some rat, and slowly you fall in love with the person. You know, over time it happens. And sometimes you might not be attracted to a person physically, and you get to know the person, and then you fall in love with them, and then the physical stops mattering. You know what I mean? But as for Mpoye, me, I want to wake up. When I look to the left, I'm like, yes. Your maraba start, man. Yes, you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting points. Okay. Mahlatsokopa disclaimer. It's busy. Let me play out the disclaimer. Let's go actually swing, Nancy disclaimer.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
With that said, so again, Subs is gonna catch a stray. So you see, I'm telling you before it comes, Subs. Here's another stray for you.
Oh no, back to saying that.
So, all of you, okay, let me not say all of you, but I think all of you, when you first heard Subs speak for the first time, did you guys fall in love with her voice, or did you guys be attracted to her voice? Mpo Christ, Mahlati Araba there in the comments.
Okay, let's just. Is this the part where we have to be super honest? Then?
It's super honest, Papa.
Okay. Emar Subs got a sexy voice, Buffett. Jesus.
So, what did you fall in love with the voice the moment you heard it, or it was an attraction? What is what?
I think I fell in love with her voice. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Because
no need to justify it. That's all I wanted. Sure. All right. So, and I'm using your voice, Subs, because this is where when people are saying love at first sight it does not exist. And when we talk about first sight, as right? So Chaklinyara says her voice and not her. But my thing is, you hear the voice. Yes, Subs?
Thank you. I wanted to say that it's not that they fell in love with me, they fell in love with my voice. So if someone says, I fell in love with you because of your voice, or if you take my voice away, are you still going to fall in love with me? Let's say now we change my voice, it's only or whoever. Are you still gonna fall in love with me?
yes, you're beautiful, child.
No, Katie said the first time you heard me, Katie said the first time you heard me.
Yeah, but Subs, remember, this is based on the interaction here on TikTok. You know what I mean? It's based on interaction here at TikTok. Heard your voice, click, view profile, like, okay, Jesus is Lord, sharp. Then you're like, okay, we are Tandega. And that was not even last. You know what I mean?
There we go. Come
Yeah.
through, subs. Etla ahead. Defend your voice.
Guys, it's the same thing. If we have to cover the thing that you're saying when I'm poor, Nyatandega. And Nyatandega does not mean that you have fallen in love with me. Nyatandega, if we have to translate Nyatandega to English, it's a sort of attraction. So it is my voice that you fell in love with. It was not me. Because if I woke up the next day with a different voice, you wouldn't look at me the same way. You know, KG, when someone, it's the same as someone saying, yo, I like KG because of how he speaks and how, and all the time, this is a question that they would ask couples, and you always get these dumb answers from all these pretty girls. They will ask, so what do you like about KG? It's how he looks at me and how it's all of the time the stuff that they do for them. Ne? If it's not the stuff that they do for them or to them, it's his walk, the way he smells, the way so if we took away your walk and we took away the way you speak, and we took away it's how you treat me, let's say you open the door for me, you open the seat for me, if we took away all of that, is that person still going to love you? Because now they love you because of
My question is this, subs. Does love have a reason, guys?
it shouldn't.
So then why is the definition of love having to do with because of?
That's why, if you remember what I said now, I said sometimes you love a person not because of anything, not because you're attracted to them, but you just love them. You just love them for who they are. You just look at them and you just love them with no reason, you know.
And they love your voice. Do they need a reason for that?
And then now comes and point says, "Oh, Subs's voice is so damn sexy. I fell in love with. He fell in love with my voice, not with me." He fell in love with my voice and not me. Okay, no, I can't say that. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I'm good. Anywhere else. Okay. Okay. You love skins, I get when subs. We tshwara guy, Leroy. We tshwara guy. Sky tshwara go makgatleng khonne.
Tsala mona ke re rakgadi maabane o rile ena a re he bathong a ntse a re he nna he below your skin, so it's like for there no rate di skin, so nje wena ke itse gore wena o e tshwere ka e tsala nna ke tshwere mo maabane wena ke itse gore o e tshwere ka
Tibang le kilo la melta leo, le phuthi la melta. Hey. Annie, hello.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
How are you
How's
doing?
everybody?
Very well, and yourself?
No, I'm good, thank you. I thought let me come in because in part
Please.
Dineskezo as well. Thinking about this love thing.
Please
I
bring it on.
hope I'm not the only person who has looked at some couples and be like, yeah, but what was it? Yeah, I know I'm so bad. I do that to some people where I'm like, but look at her and look at him. Like, what was he thinking? And then I'm like, stop it. Because love cannot be defined. Hey, guys, love is the way he or she makes you feel. I always tell people I am so sad that people don't embrace love and celebrate love, because love exists. Love is still real. It's not about I don't know how can I put it. It's not about everything that the world tells us love is about, as in you're there for the money. All of those things are extra perks. Or tando in its purest form, where I'm just like, oh my gosh, he makes me feel some type of way. And there isn't a description for what that type of way is. You know, that can be defined as the beginning stages of the lovingness, of the loving whatever you want to call it. And it's real, it exists regardless of what people tell us, and it will start with attraction. It will start with irritation. With my ex, it started with irritation, guys. I hated that man. I hated him. I was like, "Umdaten Lona," like he thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. Like, he was so arrogant. He didn't like me either. He did not like me either. And guess what? The universe forced us to work together. So time spent where all of a sudden you start looking beyond the prejudices and the judgment. You can love anybody. Honestly, guys, you can love anybody provided you tell yourself that you're going to give yourself and them time to get to know you and you get to know them. There's no such thing as a imperfect person. Even horrible people get loved, guys. Why do you think that happens? Because it's time spent. You get to know what makes this person tick. They get to bring out the best in you, because love is about your experience. Actually, it's got nothing to do with the other person. It's about your experiences, how that person makes you feel, and all of that jazz, So that's just my theory. But I do wonder, because I'm one of those girls who are like just that, yeah. So I sometimes worry because at my latest potential, he's really hot, guys. If I get this man, I know what I've been questioning other people about is going to happen to me. They're going to be like, what did he see in her?
Wow, Eddie, thank you so much. But I have a question though.
Yeah.
So you speak of time spent, right?
Yes.
And in the beginning, especially because you the first one so far who has brought the element of what this person invokes in you, right?
Yes.
Then you spoke about time. So does it only happen when you have spent time with this person, or that instant when something is invoked in you, that feeling that is invoked in you is also possible for it to be love?
There's got to be that initial attraction. I believe in that. But then, listen, if you are an open book, in other words, you like people. There are people who genuinely like people. They'll reach out. They can connect easily with people. But there's that extra spark. There's a spark that you get. That, hey man, whether it's an irritation, whether it's an excitement, there's got to be a point. Can I call it a point of contact? Like with my potential, it was talking about thunderstorms, and I just said, thunderstorms is when God speaks to us, and He said, "Ooh, not a lot of people think that way or understand things." And then all of a sudden it was like, yeah. Hey guys, I'm deeper and dippling in this love.
You keep on falling, eh?
Yeah, I'm with
and
it,
you're
guys.
falling at the speed higher than gravity. Like you're just...
But now, and listen to this, and this is the part that will shock you. How I feel, and how I feel about him, has got nothing to do with him. This is my love story. This is my love experience. And whether he chooses to reciprocate that love will be the bonus, will be the cherry on top. But I mean, for now, and it's not delusion, because then a lot of people will be like, no, man, you're delusional. You're setting yourself up for failure. No, I'm discovering a new me. I'm at this age. I've just come out of a long-term relationship. And marriage, actually. Geez, I'm like, relationship. And I'm just like, and I'm going, okay, who am I now? Who am I now? What am I attracted to? Who am I attracted to? What gets me excited? This is about me. This is the most selfish time of my life. And if he happens to, get on the train, the gravy train or the blue train, he says, let's go, then that will be the ultimate gift. But okusalayo, I will walk away from this knowing that, hey, I've got a type, man. Hey, I like them. I like them yellow bones. I mean, I'm dark again. He calls me Naomi Campbell. So I'm this dark, so-called beauty that's going to be with this yellow bone, you know, who is rough around the edges. So it's a different type. And I'm so excited because I marvel at, look at where life has brought me. Look at what life is teaching me right now in this moment. And I'll take it. And the secret here is I'm very aware that these are my feelings. I think you've got to be real with yourself. Also, I'm one of those people, I don't believe in running after the man. Let him hunt. Oh, let him hunt. Ngiyacela bhuti, ngihante, hunt me. Search for me. And you shall find a good thing.
No, I hear you.
So that's me. That's me. But please, just believe in love, guys. Love is real. Love exists. Don't be fooled and triggered by what is out there on social media, what people share about people's bad experiences. Love is real. It exists. Your person. It might not even be one person. You might be fortunate enough to fall in love 3 times. Who knows? It is your story to write. It's your story to discover, and to discover those people who will love you, who will bring unforgettable experiences and memories, and children. Imagine, think about if you're not a mother yet, if you're not a father yet, imagine the potential, generations that you will bring in with that person who just makes you go, hey, Yazzie, you make me laugh, Wena. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as you make me laugh. It's about being at your purest or highest sense of joy. When that person makes you happy, to the point where you laugh and your stomach hurts, you laugh till you cry. After a long day, you're still laughing at something the person said at 8 o'clock that morning, then you must know, that's a keeper. That is a keeper. Because you need laughter to get through this life. That is what South Africa has taught us. We laugh through everything, so make sure you've got your own comedian right here next to you, fueling and keeping you going.
I hear
guys. Oh,
Thank
it's so
you so
good to
much,
see you
Annie.
guys. It really is awesome
It's
seeing you
always
guys.
great to have you. Everyone is raving about your voice and they want to know, is this so-and-so? Is this so-and-so on television? So it's up to you if you want to indulge them or not.
I am in radio, and I've been in radio for over 20 years. So
Wonderful.
I mean, I've done my YFM, Kai FM, Power FM, Empower FM, Mhlobo Wenene. I've done the industry, but I choose to hide here on TikTok.
I knew it.
So Annie is not my real name.
We know very well.
Suzanne, thank you
And
very
we
much.
will
man.
allow you to hide.
Thank you.
Please
Otherwise,
hide and
I'll
be
come
okay.
with all those dunnies because of where I work right now. All those dunnies will be in this live.
You are very safe with us, Sis Annie. Trust me.
Thank you.
Buona, you are very safe here, sis. Very safe.
I think I've tried to even hide like my, the live settings, because I'm like,
Yes,
honestly, you're gonna have those guys coming in going, "Wat gaan aan hier?" That's my world, guys. So I'm like, no, not today.
Not today, indeed.
Not today.
No, we understand.
Not on this profile.
No, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you,
do
guys.
appreciate you coming through once in a while.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Much
much.
love, guys. Ngiyabonga. Keep loving,
you
guys.
so much.
Ava. Keep loving. Ndiyacela.
Bavil.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right,
Sure.
dude. Thank you so
Cheers.
much. All right, guys. So, bare lerataneng, please love, and love it is. But so for me, this is where I wanted to get to say, I would think that the love at first sight is not your eyes, might be involved, but it's not necessarily your eyes. But that feeling that is invoked in you, sometimes we may not necessarily understand the feeling itself or even know how to describe it as love. But, that's why some people will use butterflies in my stomach or whatever the case it may be. But whether you know how to identify that feeling as love, or you will see it as lust, or you will see it as whatever form that attraction takes to you, that's where we end up differing, I would think, right? So, but for me, there is this feeling that, and if you can trace it, and you're fortunate enough to have felt it in your life, it will be love at first sight. And depending on your, I don't want to say maturity, rather your awareness, self-awareness, you will even understand that transcends gender in itself, right? You may meet a guy and you just be like, this person is going to be my friend, or they're going to be in my life. Does not matter what it is. There's just something that I feel when they are around, and I want that there. You can have it with women. You can have it with children, and I don't, because this one, people would be they can debate it, but it goes as far as, even when you hold your own child in your arms, besides the fact that as a woman, this child will be there in 9 months, as a man, you would have been there in the 9 months and all of that, and you see that, oh, this is my seed, this is the produce of my loins. That emotion that you feel, it is there. You will just know it. That is, for me, the definition of it. Right? Because there are people who don't get that emotion. So we can't say that even when the child has been in your belly for 9 months, you are guaranteed to feel that emotion. There are people who just don't feel it. Right? So for me, it's that thing where if we look at much and interrogate that emotion, that feeling, whatever it is, and you connect it perhaps to any other point in your life where you have felt it, it becomes much easier to identify it and be like, yeah, this is the person, type of a thing. And I like what Annie was saying, that sometimes it might even be annoyance. It might be a case of, who is this person, type of a thing, or whatever that irritates you about the person. But the way love is so complex, it may come and present itself in different ways that you may not even be able to identify at first. So this is the basis. I think it was Mahlati and Chokman. This is the basis that I was tempted earlier on to say, yes, you can love someone that you are not necessarily attracted to, be it physical, be it the voice, be it whatever the case may be, but purely of the emotion that gets invoked in you, that for sure, Kuti, this one, either I have not experienced it or I have experienced it, and I know for sure that this is love. That for me would be the differentiating factor between love and attraction. And I agree with most of y'all when you talk about the physical attraction, the voice, if it is the point of attraction and all of that. I understand. And attraction itself can be an umbrella that encompasses a number of ways in which you could be attracted to someone, right? But love, on the other hand, and you can grow from attraction into love, yeah? But how do we also come to the point of people who, let's take arranged marriages, for example. Attraction was never really taken into account when it comes to that. So these people learned to love each other in that union, right? So it does not always mean that attraction results in love, or the process is attraction then love. That is just basically it. So is that sustainable, Mr. Sekgothudi? Which I've said a mouthful in Ponyana, what is sustainable? So basically it depends on the context and the scenario. Mara kam jolo, it's not like loving a baby. Why do you limit it that it can't be like that? Hello, Roosevelt. So yes, Mponyana, what is sustainable that you're asking about? Let me know. So subs, come through.
What do you want me to say? Because like Katili voice yaka, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
You are the Rakari. I mean, come on, sister. Speak something, sister.
Mponyana, good morning, mommy. How are you?
Ah,
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
good morning,
Very
Paul.
well, employed. What's up?
Before I get to my question, Mr. Sekgothudi, can Auntie Sabs tell me what I'm confused about? Ngiyasithandela uthando mina yazi. Sissy Sabs, I love myself some good old love.
Nina, you know what? I'm actually studying. Is Popo speaking?
You're actually
Speak, please, subs.
yeah, speak.
Mute on your side, Popo. Maybe I think is the background. Subs, come through.
Matlats, you are skating on very thin ice. I want to say that I'm starting to believe that you guys really like love my voice more than I thought, because lerata go mpuledisa thata. Mponyana, were you not here Likoketso Ling mo saying, hey, when I was saying fall in love, always and always, and you were saying I'm only saying this now because Khojolan. And then now as N is here saying love, you saying yes, and yes. We're confused, please. You are confusing us.
But you confused the enemy. That's what they say. The enemy must be confused. I might say spacing aliens and umjolo this, umjolo that, and rock up with a very beautiful ring next week. Ayikho into enizongenzayo. Ayikho nje. Anyway, Mr. Sekgothudi, my question was, you're saying that love can be there without the attraction to this person, right? And you gave an example of arranged marriages, but like I'm asking, how is that sustainable? How is that going to sustain the relationship going forward? You know, as someone who believes in both attraction and love, I can't be daydreaming about my person and then put a face of someone that I'm not attracted to. So I don't see how that is going to sustain the relationship going forward. And you say that within the context of an arranged marriage, these people learn to love each other. I don't think that's the case. I think they tolerate each other because they are now in a marriage of duty, so to say.
All right.
I don't
You done?
understand where the love comes in. Yeah.
Okay. So let's bring it a bit closer from marriage, okay? You have possibly have done it yourself, where Nagabilora Doira matchmaker. You have seen this person in like this person like this person, and then you make them come together one way or the other, and indeed what you saw happens. They come together, they like each other, and whatever happens right? That for me, for example, it's a situation where when certain things and qualities meet together, which oftentimes arranged marriages was that, right? When values are aligning, when this is aligning, when all of these are aligning, it makes the road less frictiony, even though it's not a word, so it makes the system can work. And from then onwards, there can be growth into loving each other. Now, whether that is sustainable or not, it's a question of, for lack of a better, I think not even lack of a better word, it's a it's a question of socialization, right? If we are being socialized, and which we are in this current place and time, if we are being socialized that your ideal man looks like this, when you come and see someone, and overly when I say look like this, we're looking at the physical things, right? When it does not come in the package that you have daydreamed about or you've been socialized into, you will not even give it a second eye, right? But that does not mean that outside of this daydreaming of yours, the person cannot meet every other thing that you're looking at. Okay, so for me, then, it being sustainable, I agree to a certain extent of it depends in the times and what this generation has been socialized in. But again, arranged marriages were common back then for whatever reason that they were common. We were socialized into that, and no one saw a problem with that. In the very same manner that if you live, I mean, you've heard stories of, I'm sure all of y'all have seen this one. There's this video where they're educating about a tribe somewhere in Africa. The men, the one with the biggest belly is the one who's more attractive. That is a sign of socialization. Everyone in that community has been socialized into what is attractive. So when you now fall into that, then it's a question of then what becomes sustainable. So in that community, having a big belly means you're attractive, and if you marry this man, this is sustainable. So that's the point I'm coming from. I don't know if that answers you, Paul.
Yeah, it does. It does. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so yeah, it's just unfortunate that we will speak about what is sustainable right now because of what we have made to be normal in this day and age, right? So it has been made normal, notably, it has been made normal that Indora must do this, must do that, must do that. Therefore, when Indora doesn't do that, then it's no longer attractive, it's no longer cutesy, it's no longer demure. You know? Leroy, come through as a catch up. Yes, Mpo? Before I give
Your
Leroy.
cutesy, demure, and mindful statement. It's not mindful, it's not considerate.
All right, so that is that. Come through, Lee.
Wait. Ish. I
Give
know
me a
I'll
thought.
finish up. No, actually, because I wanted to actually ring the horn for you, actually, because you literally just put it so beautifully, actually. Like sometimes we are just programmed to actually see this as breaking kind of hot, and then like breaking kind of isn't like this is not. So is it like sometimes you really just have to be real with yourself, nah? As in like beyond the aesthetics, because I get what you said, this like love thing is and like that feeling, one of those butterflies feelings, you know. So sometimes you can feel that for like the person that's not really like physically your type, but then mentally there's like reasoning capacity, you know, like that so around you like actually, nah man, you are the one, you know. But then yeah man, so what I wanted to say in the breaking kind of pila as in like not to deviate big and guys. So vele we are gonna what's that, we are gonna act like vele we we really didn't just have a national radio personality here, guys. So vele breaking can as in like yeah okay I this is in come on guys. Come on, guys. We
We
are
are
growing here.
honoring her desire to hide herself. That's what we are doing.
KG,
Well, Mara, come
KG,
on, Mara.
Yes.
So,
did anyone not see me saying Leroy Kikupa horn after our Annie is done? And now you're here asking us things.
so it's like like working, kind of like my laptop until Disney, but then born actually. Just come on, man. As is any guys, come on, bruh. We are joined by a like national radio personality, guys. Come on now. Huh? Born, guys, we are growing, chief. Born, we are growing, chief.
Yes,
indeed. Thank you, Lee, for that. And I'm sure she will appreciate that.
Aftershock, why is the aftershock? It's wearing Leroy.
When I see us,
Go on now, processor.
Exactly. I'm like, nah, man, guys, I'm on peel, bruh. I'm on a KFM when I was like, what again? Like Radio 2000 and then for the boy, and we are just gonna leave it just like that. Never those. Anyway, sorry, Penchak.
You see, you're acknowledged there, Lee. So there we go. Mr. Muffins, please, you will catch it there on YouTube, ne? Go catch it there on YouTube. Stop coming late, but we are glad you're here. So yeah, guys, that is my. You wanted to say something, Sabzi?
No, I just wanted to say to Mr. Muffins, Khore, that's what happens when you miss an entire class.
Unaloku cupcake kwa muffin. My word. So yeah, but in any case, this is yes.
I'm sorry to interject just like that.
No
you know what I wanted to say to also Mponyana's question. No, I think the real reason why arranged marriages worked and how people got to learn got to learn to love each other. But guys, and also especially with cultures, when you were arranged to marry KG, you did not have options. I think the one thing that messes us up a lot nowadays, guys, we have options. We have options for days. And this is why we think, if they said I must marry Mang Mang, I would lose it, because you're already thinking, why the hell would I want to be with Smang Mang? Where else, back in the days, especially because it was, even now it's still practiced with other cultures, but it was more famous back in the days than it is now. It would be like an arrangement between the two families, and you will literally look forward to finishing school already knowing when you have a said boyfriend, a said husband, they're marrying you off to whatever family, and this is your husband. So even if a guy came through to you or anything like that, it wouldn't be a thing, because you wouldn't even speak to them, you wouldn't even look at them, because you knew your thing was already set. So Rona, nowadays, you could even be in a relationship, but you'll still be entertaining Sfiso on the side and entertaining Mang Mang on the side. And this is exactly what I was saying the other day. We want a bit of everything. So a person cannot just choose what they have and be content with that. We want a bit of, okay, I love Mahlat's sense of humor, and I like the way KG speaks, and I like Leroy is popular, he's well known. So I want all three of them in one person, and that is not possible. So the one thing that kills us nowadays is the options. Whereas back in the days, it was not a thing.
Just as I think who said it here, Mr. Muffins, or the narrative of this false sense of having options. Definitely I agree with you there, Subs. And it also goes to the point of, and we've spoken about this before, why do you want to get married, and should you get married, and what it means to get married to, whoever you want to get married to. Is it about the person per se that you're marrying? Is it about the institution? Which one takes priority and things like that? And that's where we differ, and that's how doing marriage also differs. But the false sense of options, one, definitely confuses, and two, you lose track of asking the right questions for yourself. Why do I want to get married? What is the purpose of getting married? What would I want to fulfill in marriage? What would I like my marriage to look like? How long do I want my marriage to last for? And based on the answers of these, which type of person makes sense to fit into these particular criteria that I have set? I think that would be much, much more worthwhile than whatever preferences that we have, physical or otherwise, right? And yes, people will say, I know one or two people currently who are like, on the physical side of things, my person is not the ideal that I would have gone for. And, it could even be an issue of age and all of these differences that don't fit what would have been. But they're like, I love this person. I see myself aging with this person. I see myself being with this person for the rest of my life, right? So for me, then it's one of those that if you then look into the qualities of someone who fits this ideal, and we're hoping that it's not just an ideal, and indeed you're very much in tune with yourself and have done the right self-introspection for you to know that, okay, this is what I want for my life, this is what's going to work for my life, therefore whoever that I'm looking for should meet these criterias. And when it falls into place with this, it is much more easier for me to love this person. It is much more easier for me to fall in love with this person. It is much more easier for me to tolerate this person. I think Mpanyana spoke about tolerance. It is much more easier because then it fits into what this ideal is. And if that person also falls in love with your ideal, in the case of you being a man, you're selling this vision that you have, and the woman buys the vision, all great. As a woman, when you have this ideal vision of yourself and it happens to pair up with someone else's vision, the man that you want to spend your life with, this is it. It works great. So for me, you will always have a compromise. Because whether you like it or not, even if you have the ideal person, they will disappoint you at some point in their lives. They will hurt you at some point of your life. They will do all the sort of things that you are not necessarily looking for. Rather, let me say they will invoke all the necessary, or not necessary, but all of these emotions that you are not wanting to go into or would not be ideal for you based on this person that you have built, So that is where the dance becomes very interesting in this particular instance. So I will look at the comments for a bit. Anyone on the panel who wants to weigh in can come through while I catch up with the comments. I'm glad I'm not a physical attraction person. You about sheepy. Come through, subs. Sabido.
I wanted to say Mr. Cupcake can come through while you read.
Okay. Come through, Mr. Cupcake.
Mara sa utswaleng pizza Mr. Cupcake. I can't want China that.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I just literally
No,
just
KG, you're innocent.
repeated
You're
what
innocent.
Sab
You're
said.
innocent.
I'm
It's alright,
sorry.
brother.
Yeah.
No,
You're
but I was
innocent.
also innocent. I was also innocent. How?
Good evening, fam. Oh, like good evening. Good morning, guys. Like,
How are you doing, sir? Morning,
alright,
sir.
I'm alright,
Sometimes
I'm alright.
evening. No, no,
Yo, guys, Spani has me by a chokehold, man. Ish. Yeah, anyway. Yes.
I'll be
Okay.
again. I'll be again.
Yeah, guys. Alright. I want to try and make this brief because, as I was saying in the comments, you guys have went too deep, and I don't want to stray too far from the topic of vandaag. Difference between love and attraction. Ne? I'll end it there. But on this topic,
Yeah.
arranged marriages. As I said on the comment, on my two comments, the first comment was, Sebs is right on the false narrative of us having options. Ne? You always think that there's something better. No matter what situation you're in, choosing a job, you always think there's a better job out there than the current one you're in. When you get a car, there's always the next model that you're gonna like. Yeah, 7 is okay, but let's see what they'll do in 8. You know, the it's always not, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And that's something that sometimes it takes us long to realize, and we've already lost 5, 10, 15 years of our lives in an unloving or unhappy or unfulfilling marriage/relationship, because you end up tolerating something for so long based on the fact that you're waiting for something better to come by. And then you lose focus or being grateful of what you currently have. Now, the arranged marriage stance, however, remember, when it came to arranged marriage, it wasn't a question of your family was just shipping you off to another family. You know, the family that raised you knows your character, right? And when they look for a partner for you, they would look for some similarities within the other family with their boy child, or how they raise their men or their boy child to take care of said bride to be or groom to be. Once that happens, it's no longer institute, the marriage or the institute of marriage was no longer just before two people. It becomes a family thing now. Now it's a family dynamic. Now, not only are you going there to represent Cupcake or Mr. Muffins when you get into this union, you're representing the family, you know, the heritage, the clan. Now, how you conduct yourself, how you take care of this person. Hence why slaughtering was important, because and we're bringing family together by slaughtering. Which means once that happens, the option or the opportunity to divorce, it's no longer there. Because now this person or these people are now your family. Now, God forbid, if something happens and Cupcake passes away before giving me a child, her family had to provide the next person who is going to give me or is going to become my wife. And that still falls within the same space of arranged marriages. So as I'm saying, good to you guys, as much as we want people, our families, to choose our brides to be, I don't even trust my family. I don't even trust my family to pick an outfit when I'm going for an interview, because I'm like, Nina, I was allowed to be clown before I even get to the office at HR, you know? So there's certain things I don't trust my family to choose for me, and a bride is one of them. Because I feel Guti, I did so much growing outside or away from the family to give them the false facade. Guti, Mr. Muffins is a strong person, Mr. Muffins is a loyal person, but they were not with me when I went through my trials and tribulations. They just knew Guti, every month this person brings groceries, nemali yamakoko, nemali olady, ne the younger siblings were couldn't get scale, no window to go to. But good thing we're 4 o'clock, in Shway Basi or car, I'm having car issues and whatnot. They're not with me through those struggles. You understand? So once a family understands ukuthi yo umntwana wethu has seen a lot of flames in relationships, let's get us someone who take care of her, not someone who can easily just, yabon, who can afford. Because money is not the start of all or the be all when it comes to being in a romantic or loving relationship. You know, sometimes you need to find someone who heals something within you, or someone who invokes and supports your dreams to make you a better version of yourself. That can't be seen from eye level. That's where now I'm trying to chime into the topic yakajeko. Yeah, love versus attraction. Now, when it comes to attraction is something, it's like a crush, you know? Your crush will always look attractive because you see them at arm's length. Or babona ka at a visual aspect or impression that you want to see. Oh my goodness, this guy was wearing a flowing white t-shirt and wearing these these nice fitting jeans, Nike, and then his hair was well done, and watch Ellie Gold, you know, minimalistic, but he had muscles popping through his shirt, and then you go, Atiano, he's the love of my life. And then by some short miracle, they get stuck together in an elevator, or she has to go pay at the till and stands behind the guy. And then the guy has a high voice and Mickey Mouse, hey, you know, and the girl is like, oh my goodness. You understand? Now the attraction fails. Now the attraction is out of the window. Now the girl is like, oh my goodness, does he talk like that all the time? Did he swallow a bottle of helium or something like that? You see, that's where attraction becomes dangerous. Now, with love, however, love, unfortunately, you look past the superficial things. All right? Now, with love, you learn to know Guti, umuntu wami sucks at waking up in the morning. He's always late for work. So now I need to wake up and start his day for him. So mna ngivuka kuqala ngo3 ngilayita igiza. Mangati ukulayita igiza, I will start running his bath water and prepare his lunch. By the time I wake him up, his routine is late to start, but once it starts going. Do you understand now? Now you start loving your person not for the imperfections, but what they lack of. Now you're making him a better person because now he's going to start showing up to work early. He's going to start performing better. He's no longer stressed about certain things that he doesn't get to do in the morning. And by the way, when I say partner, I don't mean this is the woman's job. Even the guy can do this. Where the guy is able to wake up, he's an early bird. He can wake up, start the breakfast, get the kids ready. By the time Madam Avuga, she's getting ready for work because you know she's a clutter brain in the morning. Oh no, where's my keys? Oh, ish, I only have one option of shoes. Oh no, my stocking is running. I mean, you know, and now her whole outfit has to change. Oh, ish, Ankamanga, this wig, now I have to wear itugu. You know what I'm saying? And now her whole morning gets ruined just by her morning routine. Now you're there just helping her process that, or you're helping him process that. Do you understand how fulfilling it is to have helped your partner conquer the morning every day? Now you start loving this person. Now this person starts becoming part of your life. Now when you start shining, when you start being happy, you also want to convey the message to them, and you start doing this thing. You start doing things for her that she might find which she lacks in. That's when the relationship becomes not even just about love anymore. It becomes a fulfilling relationship. The attraction's out the window because you're gonna lose that six pack. You're gonna lose that hair. At some point. But love blinds your eyes from that. Because you've grown with this person and you've seen what this person was, what they can be, what they have been, and they continue to surprise you. But if you're not going for what the quota of what the social puts out there, which indota must, and ufuna a guy who drives a car with rings or a don't know why for a Mercedes or AMG, then the more you'll be more disappointed, or rather you'll have more crosses than ticks when coming to choosing a perfect suitor for yourself, you know? But yeah, I was just trying to say that. Thank you.
No, you have
Morning
said
again,
it. You were
guys.
not trying. Thank you so much, Mr. Muffins. I think you've healed. I pointed. Oh, I thought no. 3 points that you've mentioned. I don't remember all of them, but I know there's 3 that just hit the nail. You know, in terms of arranged marriages, what you spoke about and how it was done back then. And I think, yeah, now I just remember the part where you were like, the reason you don't trust your family to have even to make that choice for you right now is because you have since left home. They don't know you for whatever reason, for whatever period of time you've been away from home and things like that. And whereas such was not a case back then, most of the time communities were just working here. Then obviously when they came industrialization and all of that, that's when the dynamic began to change. So I totally agree with you, and that is also perhaps answering Mponyana about things being sustainable from the point of view, arranged marriages and whatnot. So right now it becomes a little bit trickier. I since left home in 2010. My parents cannot claim that they know who I am from 2010 to now, so that is a whole different situation. But whereas if you are home and they have known you for all of this time, they've observed most of the things that were happening back then was just observations. We see this family, how they do marriage. We like it. Their marriages tend to last. Their kids are taught these values and all of these things, and these things align, and we move forward in this case in point. So you've explained love. You've just hit the nail on the head, and I appreciate that. And so Fusi Baby is there. I thought you were coming up when a Fusi Baby, but in any case, so that is basically that. I appreciate that submission when muffins. And Karabo, I think I remember you had an issue with tolerance, and let me just put you at ease. The concept of tolerance is not so much about tolerating you, and that's the only thing that we are dealing with in any relationship, even in marriage. To what Mr. Muffins alluded to is that when you are how would I put it? If you are a person who has a bit of OCD and your partner is a bit of a clumsy person, that will always somewhat tick you off. At some point, you'd have to decide for yourself, am I going to be ticked off by this thing? Or I'm going to tolerate this element of this person? Either I'm going to nicely pick up whatever that needs to be picked up, or try and introduce a system where, things happen in a particular way, or whatever the case may be, or even so much as you choosing to let go of you wanting things to be done your way. You get what I mean? So that is where tolerance comes in. You're not gonna like everything about your person. You're not going to accept everything about your person. You may tolerate a couple of things. So that is basically that. Okay, Mahlatsi, I think this explains what you do there on the decks. Makes a whole lot of sense even now. So it's all good. But yeah, so that is part and parcel of the relationship. You will have to tolerate certain things, and the form of tolerance would be either you're accepting the person for who they are, and what they do and whatever the case may be, or you decide, I will not accept this, but I'm not going to make a big fuss about it. I'm not going to allow it to tick me off the way that it used to tick me off, and then we move, right? I thought you meant, Jorge, they are tolerating my personality, not necessarily the things I do. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So, and I would go as far as saying that even in an arranged marriage, at first, I think up front there will be a lot of tolerating certain things, because you're still trying to figure out this person. You're still trying to understand where this person is coming from and how are they behaving and all of those things. So there will be a lot of tolerance that is needed up front. Or without that, you will just be like, it's not happening. Not when this person chooses like this, So you are still figuring these things out. type of a thing, getting used to how, oh, subs, this is a sore point for you, ne? This chewing business. So yeah, so that is basically it. So there will be a lot of things that you will tolerate, and it does not mean, and other things, if you find yourself tolerating other things that are very big, then it's a thing that you'll just have to accept that maybe it won't work, type of a thing. So yeah, chewing is a thing for me. Then you won't survive, most subs, because I chew loudly, not because I chew with my mouth open or whatever the thing. Like, I don't know, maybe the force of my jaws is there. You will definitely hear me chew. You will hear me swallow, and that'll just be it. Can we swap the word tolerance for patience to remove the fear around it? Yes, that's come through.
Angeke. Yabona ibile ya go that making a sound when you swallow. Yo, can someone get a gun and shoot me? Or even, guys, I can't be the only one. Have you? Khona le batho ba bang, you can actually hear when they breathe. Like, motho wa teng wa hema. I can't. The chewing, the swallowing, and the breathing. No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it.
No, but there is okay.
Subs, do you mind someone farting around you?
Not even Tumuloko farts in front of me. She knows she gets a sleepers. So she'll be doing something and then she'll stop and look at me and I'll be like, "Kiing." And then she'll say, "Ngifuna ukuphina." I'm like, "Yay." And then she'll quickly run and go stand in the passage and close the door and then she'll fart and then she'll come back. You can never pinya in front of me. Why? Why are you doing that?
That was the cutest thing in a relationship. Like, once your partner farts in front of you, you're like, yes, give me thoughts. She's not going anywhere.
Cupcake, what is happening here? Please help.
It's a natural
This
bodily
is what
function.
I wish upon you. This is what I wish upon you. That one day you are driving, it couldn't be you or the other person driving. You are there in the car with your person, and auna choice, auna nix, and it goes. Whether you or him, ne, it goes. And the person's response is to close the windows, shut off the aircon, and just be like, marinate in that. Like, that's what I'm wishing for you.
Okay, I have a question for you. When did you start practicing? No, when did you start practicing? Is it a new thing or you used to it, you've been hiding it? When did you start practicing?
Because subs, this is life. It's human being. Like, it is. You can't choose that
also
today you're gonna have a breakout. Your skin is gonna break out. You didn't choose that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So what's gonna happen, Sas? We are on the road.
The farting you
We
can
are on the
control.
road.
Hold it in. Hold it in.
It's at night. It's at night. Ojile barakeng libitang ntwe ratang malva pudding and custard, and you did not know all this time you were fine, but because now you are over 30, your body is like, all of a sudden I'm lactose intolerant, and you can't hold it. Keep it inside your belly the whole time. You are driving 6 hours. Who see you?
No.
What else can happen?
Let's stop and find an Airbnb and book in somewhere. And
Wow, subs first pinya.
no, let me tell you. Have you ukilo pinya tsaki mutho oling lactose intolerance?
Yeah,
That's the
actually,
worst. Normal pinya I can take it. It's things like lactose
So you can take it. So you can take it.
Wabona no
Yeah.
No, guys, why KG? Why are you being this person? Udumelana libo Mr. Cupcake libo Leroy. You can't be this person. You can't be.
You know what, now? Barging, you actually pitch. There was a great, there was a great example actually because Nale Malva, Basto, so I don't you can imagine her fighting against like Mokoluing.
No, now I can hold it in. Now it's the
Even when you're alone.
Now it's the same as number 2. I could visit you for a week. Nkasiri, number 2. And it's not that I hold it in, my body will not allow me. It'll be the first thing I do as soon as I get kohai. But for as long as I'm at your place, I'm not gonna do it.
I was absorbed.
Sabelo, that's not
It's my
healthy.
body. That part is
No,
not
that's not
me.
healthy, man.
We will
It's my
die, guys. That's not so sure.
Sabelo.
It's
Sabelo.
my body. When
Khutsang,
it comes
guys.
to the farting part, you just hold it
Khutsang,
in.
So Sabs,
Or
but
move away from a person. Don't fart in front of them when I Mr. Muffins. Just
Sabs,
move
no, I
away.
get that. I get that, Sabs. I'm not encouraging a person to be rude and just to,
Yeah,
blow.
get manners, man.
All I'm saying is, once you are comfortable enough in a relationship where certain things that you would normally hide to a stranger, you don't hide to umuntu wakho. I've got some friends who've got foul bowel movements. Like lo muntu makasuza, the circle breaks away. Like one guy goes that side, the other one like puts his head down. Then you always have that one clown in the friendship that can't stop laughing because we don't even have to ask who did it. Siyamazi ukuthi alo bolile lo. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say fought in front of your partner, but I'm saying, Guti, when your partner finds relief in releasing themselves in front of you, but not in a bad way. It's cute, Guti, you must get up, eat in your commands. Kantu yazi ukuthi uyosuza kitchen. And then, take it out and then come back to you. But now in the middle of the night, to sisempeteni and silele, and then the marble pudding starting to do backflips in my tummy, and I feel like, ooh, manga change, right. Now I gotta hold it in for a whole week until I get home, just to guys and so sure, and then not even write on my tombstone. Aye, guys, all I'm saying is, imagine, be comfortable enough in your person's space to be yourself. If you're gonna hold laughs, or now because I'm chilling with a Cupcake at a restaurant, and Cupcake wants to show Guti she doesn't eat too much, then she orders a Greek salad, but then I eat the Greek salad but keeps dipping into my chips because I ordered like a.
That is different. That is different.
But what I'm saying, your partner needs to appreciate every aspect that you come with.
Kupinya is all about manners.
Yes,
I
we
can't
get
hide.
that.
No, but when it comes to hiding the fact that I eat a lot, or hiding the fact that kirang, I don't know what else I do, is different, guys. That is so different than kupinya.
If you can't laugh in front of me.
Kupinya.
Subs muffins.
Or Fuzi's bank, sorry.
Leroy comes in.
Subs, you know what, ne? Like, cause that, like, Leroy's gonna pray for you, ne? So it's cool, lal. So what I wanted to say, actually, guys, and like something very simple, or guys, yes, ne? We love the idea of okay, you know what, ne? Like, my ideal partner must be like this and that and this and that and this and that, so that now we literally tend to actually like forget that, dude, we are human. Actually, we eat, we f, like we fight, we are not working like perfect here. So rather than more that like the perfect like thing there in your head, leave room for as in like those small like what's that kind of imperfections, actually, because now like wa go phela botlhoko ya ka breaking kana like ka khaidi khaya no ka gore now you are gonna have to book Jeff as in like just to take a dump. So let's be real, nyan, is like model, but then guys, like, cause that like no offense, actually, guys, but then yes, manners wise, yes, okay. You cannot just Jeff the riches on the first date now or born if you told how it is.
Aha.
No,
If you can't know, if you can't do it the first time, never. The same way you held it in when we first met. Hold it in even 10 months later. Why suddenly 10 months later now you can't hold it in? What changed? You guys said you can't hold it in. The first month you held it in. I spent 2 nights with you. You
Re
held
ka gore ka reng
Sabs,
ra
let him
kganya ke
cook.
kganya
No.
kganyaka re tswele re fe go
Sabs, let him
ile.
cook.
Mute ka moka.
Okay,
Please,
sharp.
please.
Let me
Let
finish
the
speaking.
Leroy.
Yeah, sharp.
Yeah.
But kind of yes, as in like manners are very important. Yes, like you can rather go to the bathroom and then you can do that in peace. And me being human, I'm gonna know. Oh, okay, shit. Okay, sharp. She went to do this. Oh, okay. Mare, the level of respect they allow no, like let me do it there as in, like not with you, but can as in like loosely. That's understandable, but then holding it in the whole week. Like right after this day, lady kana the English breakfast, the lady malva pudding, and
It
then like
means
the
she's
whole
not
week.
eating for that whole week.
Mamelani, that's the part you guys don't understand.
But anyways, finish,
Listen,
guys.
listen, that's the part you
Explain.
guys don't understand. I'm not holding it in. It'll not, guys, it'll not even come miracle. And it's not that it's a Khabo boyfriend. I could visit my sister's place. I think my system at most, I need to be at a place for at least a minimum of 2 weeks before ke tlo kgona go lokolega. It's not that I plan it. And sometimes I literally could be at my aunt's house and I'm going to be like, I feel bloated, but I know I'm not going to go because I'm at your house. And I will go and sit on the toilet, on the toilet seat. It'll not come. It's not that I'm constipated. It's not that I'm holding it in. My system will not allow me. It'll not come out, guys. You don't understand. It'll wait for me. I promise you, as soon as I get kochaye, it'll be the first thing that I do if I've been gone for long. I remember even the time I used to stay alone. When I visited home, let's say I'm spending a week at my mom's, I will not do it for an entire week because I'm not in my place. Like my system is just like Ngaria sense that I'm at a different place. So it's not that I'm not at a guy. It's because I'm at a guy or anything like that. No, if I'm at a different place than my barraking, my normal it's not gonna happen, KG. Not the farting, the number 2. So the farting, I'm not saying hold it in. If you can't get up and move away from me, hold it in. You are not going to do in front of me. No ways, guys. What is that for?
Sabzi, and it's fine. You will be there. You will be there in the kitchen and you are alone and you're thinking, he's there by the kitchen, wherever he is. Let me just let this one. I don't have time to run to the bathroom. And just as after you have just left it, he walks into the kitchen and says, baby.
He walked into
And
it.
he loves it, you have
It's
it.
not my
How?
problem.
Okay,
He
so you
walked
don't
into
that.
it. You are
So
saying
then what is the problem,
guys,
Sabs?
I still had manners. I'm speaking about the manners, guys. You are missing the point. I'm speaking about the manners of moving away from you. If I run and do it in the kitchen because you're in the bedroom or in the lounge, you walked into it. I didn't do it in front of you. I had the manners to walk away from you, and you walked into it.
Okay, because we can't ask you this question, Sabs.
Ask me.
We can't ask you. No, it's because of the nature of the question. My thing is, unless Vela, because we're not robot. When you're sleeping, there's no way that you can't let it rip.
I hold it.
So when you're sleeping,
Na guys, kimpetha wa go hold it in his pinya.
that's gonna be subs. If you ever make the mistake of me meeting your person, that will be the first question I'm gonna ask him.
Please.
Just know for sure.
Please. You know what? That is good. I allow you, Papa. I allow you. I am allowing you.
Fusi, come through. Come through. Hello.
I was pinging guys. One latest issues. Mamelam guys, are you all married here?
I'm married.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
You are married.
PG fella low one.
I don't.
Okay, you
Yeah,
know-
it seems like I'm the only one for now.
Miss Saps, are you married, girl?
Never.
All right, Mamelam. Taba Spinya, I ke batle go ya abroad go go yona. It's fine. Re mutlwe hore ena ha e batle motho a etsa in front of her. O batla that respect nje. I think she's clear. She doesn't say it, o ska phinya. But she's saying even if you are phinya, choose a place, choose a corner, do it there, not in front of him. I think that's what she means, yeah. But that thing is something that you cannot control. But I'm not there, guys. Nane ke le moto picking. Ish luna.
I'm topicing.
Yeah, nake moto picking hore.
Yes.
You know, hey, the difference between love and attraction. Wow, guys. Yesterday I was in another life, and mostly it's people who are married there,
Okay.
and it's people who they've realized they've made choices based on their attraction. Because something about attraction, it fades away. It's something that one overgrow it. You can overgrow it after 3 months, after a year, and you don't see your person anymore, like the same. Go on. So, I think what happened, I think you're talking to me because what happened when I was in a relationship, when my husband was my boyfriend. And when he started talking about about him marrying me, I was like, okay, what is it that you love so much that when you see me, you think we're gonna be husband and wife? Because I don't want to see myself in a point where now we have to sign divorce papers, now we are strangers, now we are enemies. Do you understand? Because there will be a time where you see this breast that you are still standing, you are seeing them today standing. After 2 years, maybe from now on, you see this tummy that you see, and then the hope is fresh. After 2 years, you know. Do you think you're gonna still love me the same way that, like, we went deeper in those conversations to the point where, like, other men turn off the stretch marks, but you know, you know, and sometimes it's very important that ask yourself those questions before you bound yourself in that kind of relationship. Ask yourself, will I be able to love this person even if you ask us because sometimes I cannot have many due to accident. So don't take decision based on attraction, because that's where but if you love the person, you're going to, the self die is going to die within you. It's all going to be about you and him. It's no longer going to be about you, what you want, what makes you happy, but it's going to be about us, and it's going to be whatever happens, I'm still your person, and whatever happens, you are still my person. Even if you go to tomorrow, they have to ampute your leg because of the accident or because of the sickness, I still see you, I still love you. Attraction is very dangerous.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prissy baby. We really appreciate that. And I wanted to ask this. Now I'm gonna get personal to all of these people who have been on in it. How many, all of you, by the attraction, how much has this attraction worked out for you right now? How has it worked out for you? The exact guy that you are attracted to, you know, and this is where we also need to do that introspection. Yahori, is this so-called type of mind that I have, am I their type? You know, is it working out? What is the situation here? Because it goes back to that thing I said about socialization. Have you been socialized into liking the things that you're liking? You know, that is vele wena lenyora mokoko dlala rof ke tlile mo fusi baby feel right out more, because that is the thing. These attractions and all of these superficial things, where have they got you so far? Are you being honest with yourself to say, this thing that I'm attracted to, clearly either it's not attracted to me, or it's not working, or I'm attracted to something else? You know, how can I be attracted to things that work? You know, things that will produce the so-called love that I'm looking for, if there's no love at first sight. type of a thing. So I think we need to do, for me, what I'm working out of this conversation with is whatever that has attracted you to whatever that is, because now it's no longer just about people. We are attracted to places, we are attracted to things, we are attracted to a lot of different things. So can you rely on that attraction? Has that attraction been very consistent in producing fruits? If not, then zoba inkinga. Imagine being attracted to something that doesn't even see you as a type. The risks we take. Exactly, Mr. Muffins. So those are some of the, I think if we start having those conversations with ourselves, we will begin to see here I've been socialized into what I like. It is not the case. It's cute. I find it sexy. I find it whatever term that I'm going to say. It moves my blood in a certain way. But maybe as I was socialized into it, I can desocialize myself out of it, and start building another thing that would be interesting to you, that will be attractive to you. And maybe not look at only the superficial things when we are talking about attraction. Can you be attracted to qualities that are solid, that these qualities will never mislead you? If you're you are attracted to kindness, if you're attracted to a person who is kind, that there are certain things that you can expect, some consistency that you can expect in terms of this person who is kind. Even though that can change. A person can wake up today, circumstances that have made them not so longer so kind anymore. It could be stress, could be whatever the case. But generally, when it is the value of this person, they go out of their own way to be kind, to be courteous, to be understanding, to be whatever thing that is of value, that takes a lot of time for it to change. Can't wake up tomorrow and this person is a different person altogether. Those are the things that I think if we seek attraction in, we can at least win a couple of rounds before you can get defeated. So when you're attracted to those things, then other things become secondary, other things become a thing. So you don't just look at cheapy or then that is the biggest thing. No, be attracted to the physical, but let it not be the only thing that maintains you there. You'll be like, okay, you're cute, it's all right, but are you kind though? Are you courteous? Are you considerate of other people? Unalebo tuna. Do you have that respect? Do you so you don't just look at the physical and that's it. You don't just look at one element, rank them and say, this one should be ranking higher until these have been ticked off. Because sometimes you might be attracted by, in your list, what is number 20, for example. That's cool. You can tick the number 20, but that is just the initiation of conversation. Then you are looking for the top 5, top 10, whatever that you've decided for yourself. You are looking for those. So it might take 5, okay, I don't think it should be 5 months, but it might take whatever period of time that it will take for you to eventually find out and tick out all the top 5. Then you'll be like, okay, cool. I think I can chill around here. But you might have a thing, if I'm not picking up the first 5 in the first month of engaging with this person, then that's it. Or like in the first 16 minutes of a date, if I'm not ticking the 5 boxes that are top priority to me, then that's it. I'm calling the bill, however you. So those are some of the things that I think if we look at it that way, we might just find something that is a bit long lasting and gives us a bit of that thing. They don't want 5 months because Banyaka talking stage here 1 week. So yeah, so that is basically my submission today, that in our ways or in our desire to also differentiate between love and attraction, I think have what it is, because love can be identified, guys. Like you can see it has, we have talked about this in our previous thing, to say that we have the attributes of love. It's somewhere in a black book that is written there, or love is this, love is that, love is that. So if you can maybe look those criteria deeper and see for yourself which one weighs high for you, which one, if this person has this criteria or this personality or this area, it will tick a number of boxes in my side. So that's what I'm gonna look for, type of a thing. So for me, I think if you look at it in that way, then you would be able to be attracted to the things that have more value towards what you have decided is important in your life. Then that becomes the thing of attraction. Not just you're attracted by the walk, not just you're attracted by the color of their skin, not just you're attracted by the smile or the voice, because those things can disappear. When they disappear, what is standing? But when you're looking at values of kindness, when you're looking at values of courtesy, this person, always looks to ensure that people are accommodated, or not in a bad way, but this person is like this, then you know that these things stay longer in a person's life. They don't change like this, type of a thing. And when they change like this, then there is a problem. There's a third hand somewhere. Some will call it. In my world, then you know that kunale an influence, because you understand that the spiritual happens before we start experiencing it in the physical. So this that has changed. Something has happened. So that would be my stance in terms of how we should look at the element of love and attraction. Be attracted to the things that at least demonstrate love, the things that show the characteristics of love. Then you might be safe, because there's still gonna be things that you're gonna find out about this person that you will have to decide, Karabo, am I tolerating this person or this thing or not? So that will be my submission to you guys, out of the humbleness of the beautiful experiences I'm having in marriage, the love that I'm experiencing. Look into the things that have long-lasting effect than the body, matsela morawele, skin color, look at the things that are much more long-lasting. Then I think we stand a big chance of succeeding in this love game. So let me give y'all a few minutes to just wrap up. I'll start with Fusi, and then we go down with it, and we will close the live. What's Fusi?
To go back, Leroy, I think he said he wanted to ask me a question. Yeah.
Okay, Leroy, come through.
So breaking hard, man. You posed the question there. You were saying what kind?
Where?
You said you wanted to what is that?
No, Fusi said you wanted to ask her a question. So
Oh,
I don't
her.
know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fusi. So until barking sister hope. So now like your name actually. Is it Fuzzy Babe or again Fusi Babe? Well.
My name is Mafusi.
Oh.
So I cut it short to say Fusi. Yes.
Oh, so Motswana Gurel.
Musutu.
Oh, so to all right.
I come after the twins.
Okay.
Hence the name Mafusi.
Mafusi,
So
because
it means someone who comes after twins.
After the twins, yes.
Okay. But again, Ghana, because now like Mafusi Mostwaning means like you are not correct. So now I was like, okay, so what's happening there,
Oh, right. No. No, I'm not.
Oh, put Mafusi as in Mafusi. Okay.
Exactly.
You missed something. I get what you mean.
No, I know.
I get what you mean. All right. So yes, Fusi, you can come through. Let's wrap it up.
Let me give Ke fe ba bang chance ba bue and then
Hey,
ke
no
tla bua
problem.
after ba buile. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Muffins, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think I said quite a mouthful when I said what I said, but
Definitely.
yeah, man. Just the highlights that I wanted to point out. Love is a beautiful thing when it's done right. Attraction is it's a thing that fades away. It disappears with every imperfection you find within that person onomogata from a distance. So come on.
Ooh.
Hanyane hanyane, they start changing into something you don't recognize. And hence I'm saying, okay, like I said earlier on, okay, you end up finding out 10 years down the line, okay, yazi mara kahle kahle, I don't love this person. I was only here because this person looked good. We took great pictures. Our kids have nice hair. But this person, angimthandi. I love this, and they are incapable of that. It's good to have a list. It's good to have things that are green lights or green flags and red flags when you're in the dating scene. But you also yourself must be prepared to do the work, because you also might not be your type's type. You know what I'm saying? So are you also willing to go under construction? Let's say you find the person that meets all those ticks. Are you willing to evolve yourself, take the time for introspection, to be the person the person you want deserves? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to date a supermodel or a gym freak, am I willing to also look the part? You know what I'm saying? Am I also able to partake in that lifestyle? If I'm dating someone who goes to church and I'm a groovist, am I willing to put some hours apart where we sit and pray? I'm not saying force me to go with you to church, but am I willing to be the person who tolerates you when you're fasting, when you're having communion, when you're going to baptismal? Am I going to be able to take part in those with you? You understand? Compatibility plays a big role. Attraction, love has never led someone to attraction, and attraction has never led anyone to love. So you need to be sure what you're in there for. To attract to something that's very, very minuscule, man. It only lasts, doesn't even last for like 3 months or 5 months, you know. But personality goes a long way for me. I'm glad I'm at that age where I'm past attraction. I've found more wins in loving someone for who they were than I did when I was being attracted to someone. Yeah, but guys, again, thank you so much for the show. Miss Cupcake, Ngatanda, and I appreciate you. Subs, Mr. Muffins, you better say it right. Guys, keep up the good work. And yeah,
Thank you so
that's
much.
me. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muffins. Really appreciate that. Sabi, Sabzigidigi.
I'm still
Mwana
saying,
Waltz.
I'm still saying to Mr. Cupcake. You see why I call him Mr. Cupcake? You guys are the cutest, I must say. KG, I still stand. I still stand my ndaba. I do not believe in love at first sight. I honestly think that it starts with attraction, lust, or infatuation, whatever, before it gets to love. Yeah, and to add on what Mr. Muffins was saying, Uguti, because he said that attraction will only last for 3 months. Sometimes might not even last for the 3 months. It's gonna last for whatever that thing lasts for. So if you are attracted at whatever that I have or whatever that I do, once the thing is done, so what do you do with me? And this is why you see people start living, especially with women. I know bayazang bathandi anyway. You see women start leaving guys because suddenly a guy is broke and they're losing their cars and the money and all of that. And you see a woman leaving because they were there because they were attracted by all these things, all the material things that the guy had. And now that all these things are taken away from them, there's now nothing, It's a so I stand by my ndaba. I do not believe in love at first sight, and I really believe that it starts with all these things before it gets to love. But I hope Leroy was listening to Mr. Muffins.
As in, subs it's again. Subs. And like, you know what? Let me not let the devil use me, okay? So basically, gents, you occasionally Mr. Muffins bargaining gonna basically like summed it up as like very beautifully for me also actually, because Lena I really share the same sentiments actually. It's like 100% actually. Like you see beyond the face lead careful matseli in ngondo brag ngondo mutual respect federe lay that commitment our like we are not perfect, but then you are for me, you know, like us that I am for you. So when I me there actually in Penchak, I born. You can be sister or young maro fela ngondo go fela hele sharp born. It's me and you. But one of the most important things actually, for me, sharp was the after that actually, dark humor, guys. You must be able to reach again, re tla mo makoya re kgone go le gwara rotlhe mo ba re kana bitla re la tshega rotlhe bitla re tsamela sentle la o tsikeng kana go le monate. You see that part always kwala boy, you have my heart there. But then happy guys now, okay, like I said actually khantile now guys go shapo go nna le preference, you know, gore okay cool wena your ideal like what's that like wife it in stock and then this and that this and that. But then again also like have room for like the imperfections, you know, like being lactose intolerant is like here and there, but then like still love cake, you know. And happy like sometimes she's not that clean, but then at least he isn't like, you know, as in like she's making the effort, you know. They can't really give you like what you want, but then they like deeply actually as in like care for you, you know. Like see like she's Fusi le the radio presenter here actually said hore sometimes you can meet like a person who like physically they're not really there, but then the conversation you have with the person then that just blows your mind. So let's be more open, you know. Yes, you can have preference or I know what in but be more open. You know, that might be your firelight or maybe your charcoal or it's a braai. You know. But anyway, love each other like you love yourself. That's the message from the Lord. Skadlala kamnele break up le breaking and like lefty because working like lefty can say the pimple, you know. So hey man. It's cut by the way.
I'm glad you finally get it.
What's working? I'm listening. Leroy, how come I tell you and just say so going to eat but it's okay. I'm not on a case today.
My guys, I still love you guys. It's fine.
Mamelang guys, ne? Babule something. I think our host Lee put Muffin Babule something that is very important, Darren. Sometimes you are not even attracted to a person, but you are attracted to something like Isang, you know. And be honest to yourself. I think what kills us most of the time is that we are not honest, and we don't know what we want. Because if you know what you want, you know the things that you're going to take and be able to tolerate or be able to say, okay, I can tolerate this and be able to work within this. But if it's outside of my box that I cannot, so know yourself, and that way your life is going to be easy. And communicate those things with your partner or the person that you're going to meet. Sit down, tell the person who you are, and be honest. Be kind as well. As much as you're going to deliver your preference to the person, deliver them with a kindness. You know, because what kills us the most, we are full of selfishness. It's all about me. It's all about me. As long as if get cheap, there are people who buy just I don't need a man, I don't need this and this. So if you go in a relationship with that kind of attitude, it's not gonna last. I don't wanna lie to you, it's not going to last, and you're not even going to see the other person's effort. So you need to be humble, you need to be kind, you need to understand that the level every life is not the same. The level of us understanding things is not the same. So if you feel like I've matured enough to understand, okay, now my life, this is how I'm looking at the life, and you're meeting this person over now, motor is still all over. Be kind and bring the person closer to you with kindness. That's all I can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Fusi. Much appreciated. And guys, with that, we conclude today's engagement. Thank you so much for coming through. For me, I'll just say, do not adopt the lifestyle of Sabelo. Have your manners, table manners, farting manners. But don't go for 2 weeks usai toilet about for 2 years. I call healthy that day.
Please,
Don't
please,
do it.
please.
Please. Please let's just make sure that we just fortunately for her, she says her system is the one that is doing itself, but if you have control of your system, please make sure that you do what needs to be done. But nonetheless, like I said, be attracted to the things that matter. Be attracted to the things that speak to longevity. Be attracted to the qualities that stand a great chance of a successful relationship rather than the superficial things. Does not mean get rid of the superficial things. Put them there, and we can't do much about what you see and what you like in terms of that, but you have trained your eyes to see those things. There's a lot of things that our eyes don't see, even in the spaces that we are in, because we have trained them not to see that. So in the same manner, you can train your eyes to see the things that you want to see, right? Which hopefully are the things that will lead you into good relationships where you can experience love, and allow yourself also to experience love and learn how to identify that emotion that gets invoked in you that you can attest to love, because love is already in us. Love is there. We are built based on love. We are made out of love. So it is innate in us to identify it. We just have to practice it, and we will be fine. With that, please keep it Makoya, and we will see each other. I won't be around on Thursday, so I think either Sabs or Leo will be the one who is thinking. And to the Limpopo people, I'm here in your beloved province. Hit me up. Maybe we can meet up. And yeah, we are today streaming live from Polokwane. And so never say that we didn't step into your land. We are here until we meet you guys again. So yeah, Nev, nice. I was there that weekend. You see, we missed each other. But it's all good. Stay hydrated, Karabo says. So please, guys, let's do the things. Any last words, Sabelo and Leroy?
Remember to catch the replays more YouTube, guys. So yesterday's thing is okay, like yesterday's show was a bit in there, but then you can still see it actually. Right now, more YouTube actually. 1 o'clock, and yeah, man. Remember to get your bottle of Villagin actually, and shout out to them for only $150, and the courier fees they're on you. Oh, and a happy actually, guys, now. there's been a slight like interest in more the merchandise as in like we have so Giri Mage lay the shirts now actually. So just hit me up with DM, but then like one shirt ki 250. So just hit me up with DM and then we'll make a plan for you. Yeah.
Yeah, boy, yes. Alrighty then, guys. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of your day. I might tune in tomorrow when I have a bit of a break, owing to the fact that I won't be around on Thursday. But nonetheless, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.